Alright guys, let's talk about Star Citizen ships versus Elite Dangerous ships. I thought this would be kind of a fun video to do, and I think Star Citizen and Elite are probably the best comparison between like kind of the modern day space games. Now this is just going to be a fun video, and a lot of these comparisons are personal opinion. There are some objective things that, there's a couple categories that either Star Citizen or Elite Dangerous does objectively better in my opinion. Well, I guess that doesn't really make sense in my opinion, but whatever. I think they do it objectively better. Some people will probably still disagree with that. Anyway, let's hop right into it. I think we're going to do kind of three main categories. We're going to do design of ships, customization of ships, and quantity/quality of the ships, because if you have a ton of ships and they're not quality, it's not really a point. But anyway, let's jump straight into design. Now design, we're going to split this up into kind of two different categories, because Elite Dangerous just really wouldn't stand a chance if you include interiors. So I think we're just going to start off throwing a point to Star Citizen because they have interiors and Elite Dangerous doesn't. But in this next section, exterior, I think it's kind of more of a toss-up. However, Star Citizen still has an advantage because a lot of Elite Dangerous ships were designed when the graphics looked like this picture here on screen in Elite Dangerous 1984, and this next picture that's coming up, which is Elite Dangerous 2. Which there are some good ships that come from that, like this second picture is the Eagle, which actually looks really good in the game, but because they designed a lot of their ships when graphics were so limited, a lot of them end up looking like uninspired triangles, like this Viper here, or the next picture, which is a Sidewinder. Both ships I really like to fly in game and are great ships. I just think the designs of them kind of ended up as uninspired triangles, where most of the Star Citizen ships have been designed in the modern day with modern graphics, and so they end up with a lot more interesting design, being able to push the graphics and do a lot more stuff than just like pixelated or it's not based on pixelated triangles mostly. So I do think they have an advantage there. On top of this advantage, Star Citizen also kind of has a major advantage because it just has more ships. And so if you just pick out the top five best ships with Star Citizen, like even if they have way worse designs overall, they might have, just because they have so many more ships, their top five ships would probably be stronger. But anyway, I do think a lot of Elite Dangerous ships are great designs. I really like the Chieftain. That's probably my favorite design in Elite Dangerous, and I think the Chieftain design can really stand up to a lot of the Star Citizen ships designs. However, at the end of the day, I think I have to throw this point to Star Citizen just because they have so many great design ships, and I mean they have significantly more ships, so there's just a lot more to choose from. And with Elite Dangerous just having a lot of those ships that look like uninspired triangles, in my opinion, we got to give the full point to Star Citizen, and we'll throw half a point to Elite Dangerous because they do have a lot of cool designs, and I don't think they're completely outclassed by Star Citizen in this case. Now, customization. We're also going to break this down into two different parts, just because cosmetic and like functional customization. So starting off with cosmetic, I don't think there's much of a competition here. Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen both sell their cosmetics for real world money. Now I know in the future Star Citizen plans on having some in game, so in the future maybe Star Citizen will win out in this, but as of right now, there is just a lot more customization options in Elite Dangerous, like more paints. You can buy ship kits for a lot of the ships to kind of change the style of how your ship looks. You can change the color of thrusters. You can even change the color of your guns if you want to. And then on top of that, you can buy bobbleheads for your cockpit. You can also buy lights as well for your cockpit, like, so there's just a lot more that you can do with the cosmetic customization on the ships and really making the ship your own. So I think Elite Dangerous definitely gets a point here for cosmetic customization. And now for the functional upgrades, I think Elite just takes this one too. Like, there's if you just take out engineering because you're like, it's the grind's too much, it doesn't count, which I don't think you should. Elite would still win without engineering. There are more, like, their ships are just more customizable overall, and even if you are comparing like a fighter to a fighter and only doing fighter upgrades, there's a lot more upgrades that you can do. Even like if you just look at shields, there's E grade shields, D grade shields, C grade shields, B grade shields, A grade shields, bi-weave shields, prismatic shields, and all these shields have a bunch of different options. Whether even if you take Star Citizen before they did the update, so all the shields are the same, you had shields with different levels, and the only real difference that you'd want to consider is, hey, faster recharge rate or more shielding, basically. Where in Elite Dangerous, E grade shields are obviously the cheapest, like, so I guess that would be another consideration in Star Citizen. But then D's are the lightest, so for explorers that's a good option. C's are the best overall value. B's usually have some kind of unique characteristic. I'm not 100% sure what it is on shields. A's are the best all around, and then you have bi-weaves, which are faster recharging, and then you have prismatics, which is just way more shielding for it. And this pretty much hits every category. Like, there's just a bunch of different options. There's more weapons to choose from. The turrets in the game work differently for a single player, and you have the option to put turrets on any of your hardpoint mounts and stuff like that. So I think Elite Dangerous just takes this hands down, and this is even without getting into engineering. And once you get into engineering, the customization options in Elite Dangerous ships is just insane. So if you're not looking at the grind or anything like that, just customization to customization, Elite Dangerous really has a lot of ship customization, and that's another point for Elite. Now, the quality / quantity of the ships, it's kind of a more interesting topic, and now I know a lot of people are going to think, well, this isn't a fair category because Star Citizen just has way more ships. Like in Elite Dangerous, you have the option of 37 ships if you don't include the snubs. I didn't look up how many ships if you include the snubs, but it's still way less than Star Citizen because there's 112 ships that are flyable in Star Citizen and 164 concept ships in Star Citizen. However, this is where it kind of gets interesting. If you just look at specific career fields or doing certain things, Elite Dangerous might surprise you because you only have 2 mining ships in Star Citizen. Elite Dangerous, you have all 37 ships can go mining if you so choose, if you want to customize them. So you just have a lot more options for different searching career paths. The only one that Star Citizen I think can really compete in is its fighters, just because it has so many fighters, basically. And fighters is really the only thing that competes with the Elite Dangerous ships, because if you compare VIP transport, Elite Dangerous has way more ships. If you compare I already said mining, but exploration, Elite Dangerous has way more ships. And then, like, if you take one of the most versatile ships in Star Citizen, the Cuddy Black, which is like, hey, this is a great starter ship because it's so versatile in the game of Star Citizen, you compare that to one of like the multi-role vessels in Elite Dangerous, like the Cobra Mark III, the Python, or the Crate. The Cuddy Black just cannot do the amount of things that those ships can do, like mining, VIP transport, exploration, anything you want to do in the game. Those ships in Elite Dangerous will be able to do well, where the Cuddy Black is versatile in the sense that it can carry a ground vehicle, which every ship in Elite Dangerous can. It can do trading, it can do combat, stuff like that. So, like, you see, just the versatility of the ships in Elite Dangerous is significantly more, and this is where you kind of have to ask yourself the question: do I value that extreme versatility and fewer ships that can do everything in the game? Or do I just want more ships, period, even if they're a lot more focused on certain things? Because there is a world, if I decided to be like, hey, how many mining ships does Elite have? Okay, it has 37. How many exploration ships? Well, 37, because they all can do it. How many combat ships? Well, they can all pretty much do combat. There's like some that you might say, like, not really. 37. And you add all those up, and you could actually technically get more ships than Star Citizen. But for me personally, I value having the variety of having all these ships. For me personally, it kind of adds this X factor of making the Star Citizen world feel more alive, and it's really cool to be out and see somebody flying a ship that you don't normally see in the Star Citizen universe or NPC, or just running into it in missions. It adds a lot more variety of what you can see, and so I think for that X factor, it's going to give Star Citizen the edge in this thing, and we're going to end up giving them a point, which the ending score, in case you're curious, is Star Citizen 3 and Elite Dangerous 2.5. So for me, Star Citizen in its current state is on the ship front is better. But this is kind of just a lighthearted video, having fun, kind of looking at some comparisons. So, and this is mostly just my opinion. So if you personally don't value like ship interiors at all, you're like, I don't care about that, then you can take that point away and kind of be, oh, it's 2 points for Star Citizen, 2.5 for Elite Dangerous. And you can kind of make your own list with this information or whatever to your personal preference. If you highly value customization or you highly value ship interiors, you can kind of flip it around and do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, a lot of this is subjective and your opinions can differ. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below how you think Elite ships and Star Citizen ships stack up, and thank you all for watching.